And welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrappers. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using the Where To Next collection. I am starting to realize I'm kind of having almost like a grid theme this month. I did have the 2 grid layouts, and then this one here I'm kind of piecing together across the layout, but I am trying to get quite a few more photos on my layouts, so I don't have as many to well, not put away, but I'm just running out of room for albums, quite honestly. So this was, I thought, a good way to get more on my 2 pages. I am really, really sad. Part of, or one of my favorite products that Close to My Heart has are the flip flaps. And that is another way that allows you to get more photos on, the page. So if anybody knows of any other company that has something similar to Close to My Heart flip flaps, let me know, because last I looked, they only had the 3x4 size available. So I know my aunt was hoping to get her hands on some, and we were both too late. So we're both kind of wondering if there's another similar product out there. So for this layout, I am going to kind of have these 2 papers go all the way across the page on the bottom. I just thought this blue worked well with the color of my photos. I didn't want anything too busy. It's polka dots already. And then I'm going to use the striped paper, which is probably one of my favorites in this collection. It just brings in so many different colors. And for this one, I wanted the stripes to go up and down. I had another scrap piece of the stripes, and if I would have used that, the stripes would have been side to side. But the problem with side to side is that the colors just don't match, or they wouldn't have lined up. Going up and down like this makes it kind of more cohesive, I guess, across the layout. Just because the colors just match and work all the way across. Initially, I thought I was going to do either 1 or 2 scallop strips across the top of the page with this yellow and then that kind of dark teal map paper. But then I saw this sunshine branding strip and decided just to stick with that instead. So I did luckily have multiple of this paper, so I went ahead and just cut the branding strips off of the 2 pieces to add to the top of my layout. Once I get that done, then it's kind of piecing together the photos again. So I'm going to line those up. I think I have them trimmed as small as I want. I did trim on the bottom of page 2. I did end up trimming one to a 4x4 and then kept the other one a 4x6. And then I can't remember the top 2, but I did trim some down. I didn't make you guys watch me back every photo because that is a lot of photos to back. I did single back all of them, and then I am going to kind of pick and choose the double backing. I wanted to incorporate more color into the layout, and so I did end up using this scrap piece of that yellow to back these 2 photos. I do end up cutting them apart, but when I actually line them back up, they are kind of side by side touching. I did then go into the project pad, and it has flowers on it, but it was the color I wanted, and as little that is showing, I don't think you can even tell that it's flowers, but it has gold foiling on it, which I loved as well. I did decide to keep the bottom photos just white because I felt like that helped them stand out from that blue paper. And so you can see that I did kind of just double back the top photos. So once I get these lined up, I also ended up fussy cutting some of the cloud clouds out of the cloud paper, and I will end up cutting out even more. I just thought that was a great way to kind of fill in some of the spaces at the top. My title on page 1 is going to be where that half cloud is up there. And so I just kind of thought that helped add to the title a little bit without, I don't know, maybe overdoing it, I guess. So I just thought it was a good kind of base for that. And looking at the finished layout, I might actually go back and fussy cut another small one to layer with that one, because in the end, there is some extra white space, and I think just a small cloud would help fill that in a little bit. I did end up tucking one of the clouds under the branding strip at the top because that was actually straight across. That I couldn't fix that. So I thought tucking it behind would work, and then I did pop up that small one on foam tape. And then here is the title, Time to Get Away. And again, just kind of almost plain. I don't know. I might go back and add maybe some of the puffy dots that are on the sticker sheet. And like I said, that maybe add one to a cloud further to the top right from that other cloud, and just fill in that space a little bit, because that's all I end up doing with the title. So what are your thoughts? Should I add another cloud up there? Should I add the puffy dots maybe to the top of that T on top of that cloud? Let me know. Looking at it, it is kind of more plain than the rest of the layout. So now it's embellishing, and I have so much of this collection, so much left, even though I feel like I have just created so many layouts with this. I do have the paper repack, and that is what all 3 of those pieces on the far left are from. They are definitely a thinner embellishment. That tag to those tags on the right are from the paper repack. Just a really, really thin paper. But it's just an extra embellishment. And then that pack actually comes with washi stickers as well. There was one washi sticker, I can't remember what it said, but it would have been perfect for this layout because I knew my title would be on white. They're just really thin, so the background kind of needs to be plain or white. So it would have been a great time to use the washi stickers, but instead I liked that Time to Get Away title. Now going through the ephemera pack, I'm kind of picking and choosing what I think I want to use. I loved that Grateful for This phrase over by the tags. I thought that was perfect. I plan on journaling on the white kind of notebook tag over there. So that is where I will journal. I love the look of the cluster here on the left-hand side that I'm finalizing. I just loved the size of the pieces and the colors and just how they layered so well. I did end up popping up the airplane on some foam tape. One thing I did notice with the papery, when you use the foam tape, when I was taking like the backing off of the stickers, the paper's so thin that it kind of wrinkled. It looks okay now that it's like on the layout, but I really had to kind of be careful when I did that because it is so thin and it would be really easy to rip. I loved the luggage with the big tropical flower. This trip here was the boys' second, I should say, but first flying trip to go see my sister in Florida. So that big tropical flower was perfect, and I just loved the fact that it was layered on a suitcase as well. So you can kind of see it's coming together. I forgot, I did add a few pieces to the bottom of page 1. Again, just going through what I have, what I do is just throw the pieces where I think they would look good. And lucky for me, that picture has a lot of open space that I could cover up. Nobody needs all of that pavement. And so I was happy that I could use kind of that ticket and cover up some of that, and then use the phrase and just really cover up some of it, but make it look like that cluster should be there, I guess. So now just kind of finishing off, I love these little phrase puffy stickers. They just were so fun and worked really well. Quite a few of them worked well for my photos and for the clusters. And so I did end up adding quite a few of them to each of the clusters. I did add my own tape to the back. These didn't seem like they were very sticky. And I don't feel like this is a very old collection. So definitely, if you are noticing, you know, if you take it off and it's not very sticky, definitely add your own tape, glue. Yeah, I mentioned it in a layout not too long ago where I have gone back and found like alphas that are just fallen to the bottom of my page protectors. And so after seeing that, I've definitely come to the realization I need to add more tape if, you know, it's not sticky, or definitely chipboard because it's heavier, I think, too. If you're going to stand your albums up, you know, if it's not as sticky and it's heavier, I feel like it's more prone to fall off. So I did add quite a few clouds to the top there, popping some up on foam tape. That long skinny one was cut off. It must have been on the edge of the paper. But again, it worked for me because I had that branding strip at the top. I was just able to, you know, tuck it under the branding strip and it doesn't look odd or anything, or out of place. So now I just kind of trying to finalize the layout, see if there's anything else that I think I need to use, or not need to use, but that would finish off this this layout. There's only a few finishing touches that I do to finish it. Like I said, I have so much of this collection. I have the project pad, the puffy stickers, I have the sticker book. I really need to start limiting what I actually purchase. But I am finding that I am using a lot of the pieces. Found the little sunshine, thought it was super cute, trying to figure out where to place it, and I placed it right there. And then I realized usually the sun is not over top of the clouds, it's kind of hidden behind a cloud. But once I tried to pull that up, it just was too stuck. So I do end up then adding another fussy cut cloud, just a small one to kind of cover that up. But I did find a globe that I was able to tuck under that grateful for this phrase, and I felt like that helped kind of finish that off as well. And then there's that small, tiny cloud that I'm going to add, and I am going to pop that up on some foam tape, but I feel like with the addition of that, the sun doesn't look as out of place. Plus, it just brings that cluster more so towards the edge of the page, and fills in that white space a little bit. So once we get that done, it is really just finishing touches. So I do go to the puffy hearts. I have 2 of these packs, and I'm just going to kind of scatter some of these puffy hearts throughout the cluster. Love the colors, love the size of them. They're not too big, not too small, and actually on the sticker sheet, they do have multiple sizes of the hearts. So just a great kind of embellishment pack. I like that there's stars, the hearts, multiple sizes, just a really good embellishment pack. But that is going to finish off this layout. I will link this collection down below because I think it's a great vacation tropical collection, and I am loving using it all. So I will link that, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.